Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have a very short discussion on Jupiter's upcoming transit in the Punarvasu Nakshatra. It's a Thursday only in Vancouver as per the local time when I'm recording this video. So I just thought we can have our discussion on this. Many creators like astrology creators have been sharing their insight on this. So beyond any doubt guys, Jupiter is the most benevolent, it's the most benefic nakshatra. Any of the area of the life where you are experiencing or aspiring to have that expansion, like getting married, childbirth, starting a business, in a way things progressing in your life because of the blessing, because of the grace, because of the hard work. Jupiter plays a very significant role over there. And the nakshatra placement or transit of a planet becomes very important because it governs, it sets the motivation with which now the planet work. Like the way you can take up the case of like the politics as well. So like let's take up the case of the American politics. So the US president, like White House, presidential house and the administration and all, so everything is same, but the party which comes, it sets up its own foreign policy, whatever like the tariff war and all of that which we are witnessing. So that is what I'm trying to say. And Jupiter in this context, it's going to be transiting in its own nakshatra, so that somehow give it a leverage. See guys, Jupiter has got a rulership over the Punarvasu, Vishakha, Purvabhadrapada. So what I have generally seen in my research is that Punarvasu people are like very lovey-dovey people. It's like, and especially if moon is in the Punarvasu, in the Cancer side of it, I have met many people, like especially the females who are working as a nurse with this kind of placement. It's a practical like analysis and like experience with which I have seen this. The concern or the enigma or the turmoil with the Punarvasu is that they tend to remain the most caring, they are very good advisor, they are the true well-wisher. You are very fortunate if you are friends with someone who has got moon in the Punarvasu. But the concern is that when it comes down to their own life, like the way we say, their wisdom, their advice does wonders and miracles for other people. But when it comes down to their own personal life, many times, like, you know, life is filled with struggle, or in some specific area, they have to keep on trying, retrying and reattempting to get the results. So yes guys, like the way I mentioned this thing, that compared to other nakshatras of the planet Jupiter, like when we talk about Vishakha, there is a lot of like the Scorpion secrecy, competitiveness which is attached over there. When we talk about the Purvabhadrapada, there is a inherent darkness which is connected over there, which can be utilized for the tantra, for the sadhana, for the penance as well. But when we talk about the Punarvasu, so yes, lot of potential, and especially for those people who are like trying to have a comeback, or in specific area of life where you have been putting up a lot of the efforts and all. So this entry of the Jupiter in the Punarvasu can actually benefits you. So okay guys, now we will shift to the slides which I have like prepared for you, and I'm very much sure that if you're looking for precise information, see, elaborative is something, there's no limit to that. I can keep on talking, but I do not know about your natal planetary alignments, which all dashas and planets are active right now. Because I always say, people who win elections, people who win big awards, who achieve major things, it's not only the yogas which they have in their chart, it's the samay, the time, who's running the stronger time. So time plays a very important role. So obviously like this transit will become more important for you if Punarvasu is your moon nakshatra, your activated planet whose dasha you are currently running, it is placed in the Punarvasu, or Jupiter dasha is active, so then this will become more important for you. Okay guys, now the timelines. So Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Punarvasu nakshatra, which spreads in the zodiac belt from 20 degree of the Gemini till 3 degree 20 minutes of the Cancer zodiac sign. So the padas are like Aries, Taurus, Gemini and the Cancer Navamsa pada. Now when we talk about the dates, like the time period for which Jupiter is going to be placed in this nakshatra, so it's going to be from August 13th till June 18th of 2026. So for a longer span of time, like blessing is going to be there in the cosmos. And again guys, Jupiter is also in the Atichari motion as well. It's actually in a faster pace than its usual pace. So that means for lot many people this might be the time of comeback, good results and blessing and prosperity. Now guys, the second slide is that the dates which you have to know, it's very important. So Jupiter will enter the Punarvasu on August 13th. On September 7th, now this upcoming and imminent lunar eclipse is also going to be taking place in the nakshatra ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is the Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. October 18th, like Jupiter still in the Punarvasu, but will enter in the Cancer sign where it will get exalted. November 11th, Jupiter will turn retrograde, and again retrograde give it more cheshtabal, and Punarvasu, which has got lot of emphasis on the retrying, reattempting, comeback, and the planet is also retrograde in the same nakshatra. So lot many people will experience very potent and powerful results. December 5th guys, Jupiter will re-enter the Gemini, but in a retrograde motion. Finally on March 11th, Jupiter will turn direct but still in the Gemini, and finally the final stretch of the Jupiter is going to be in the Punarvasu Gemini from June 2nd till 18th. So in a way, be prepared for dealing with Jupiter in a Punarvasu kind of fashion. So again guys, see, when we talk about Punarvasu, the goddess or the Devata connected with it is the goddess Aditi, who is the mother of the Adityas and all. So one of the best remedy could be being very respectful to your mother. Punarvasu is connected with the bows and arrow. Punarvasu is connected with Lord Ram. Punarvasu is connected with cows. So again, see, that's what a lot of the in the news channel in India, the astrologers who come, who suggest remedy. So a lot of the remedies are designed like this only. So you do not have to be very creative. So any of the chant connected with the Lord Ram, like even in the Vastu remedy, putting a bow, I will talk about that in some other video. Jupiter is connected with the northeast direction. That can be considered. If you live in India, you have that provision of feeding the cows, which are considered as very holy. That can be done. Refrain, like if you live in a foreign country and Jupiter is right now in a governing condition in your life, so and in your lifestyle you eat meat, so at least avoid eating the beef during this time. So yes, this is how the remedies are designed guys. So yes guys, these are the dates and the timelines. Now when we talk about the dates, I already talked about it. The Jupiter transit in the Punarvasu nakshatra is a powerful astrological phase expected to occur from August 13th till June 18th. This period includes some retrograde movement which we have discussed, causing Jupiter to shift between the signs of Gemini and Cancer while remaining in Punarvasu. Punarvasu translates and can be decoded as return to the light or good again. This transit is associated with renewal, this is the key, renewal, replenishment and second chances, especially after challenging periods. So again, for many people who are on a lookout for a second marriage, this will be a very good yoga. See guys, in any case, Jupiter's placement in the Gemini, the blessing part over here is that it gives its straight aspect to the Sagittarius sign, the original sign of the fortune, and it gives its fifth aspect to the Libra sign as well, which is the original Kalpurush zodiac energy of the marriage, of the relationship, and the Aquarius, which is the energy of the wish fulfillment. So a lot of things, good things in store. Now guys, when we talk about the key themes, so this transit blends curiosity with comfort, emphasizing a mental and spiritual renaissance. It encourages the pursuit of knowledge, travel, and a quest for expanded horizon. You may feel a strong desire to learn and explore new subject or skills. Influence. So the transit can bring positive effects in areas like communication, media, and writing, especially the Gemini part. It can also lead to the healing of old relationship, especially with siblings, and a realignment of the family values. The presence of Punarvasu's ruling deity, Aditi, the Divine Mother, brings a nurturing, stable and traditional quality to this period. Now guys, the thumb rule for studying, decoding any transit is that, because in many of the classical books, more than the ascendant, Lagan, the results have been explained through different shlokas, and it has been like instructed more through the moon. So the way it has written that Jupiter is benefic in transit in houses 2nd, 5th, 7th, 9th and 11th from the natal moon. So that means for the Taurus moon, Aquarius moon, Sagittarius moon, Libra moon and the Leo moon, this is going to be very, very beneficial time. Now guys, the Navtara analysis, it also becomes very important because especially like if you are very your chart is very Jupiter ruled, Jupiter is active in the dasha as well, then knowing that will become very important, because all other areas which I will talk about in this video, like when we will shift our discussion from the ascendant, or let's say for example from the moon, because I don't know your chart, I don't know your dasha, so it has got more of a probability around it. But when we talk about from the moon Janam Tara and studying and observing the transit of the Jupiter from your moon nakshatra, somehow there is a element of surety over there, because it's like divine ordained. Now guys, if your Janam Tara is of Jupiter only, like your natal birth moon is placed in Punarvasu, Vishakha, Purvabhadrapada, so like blessing, auspiciousness can be experienced, can be expected in major areas of the life. If your moon nakshatra is of the Rahu, like your moon nakshatra is Adra, Swati, Sadbhisha, that means Jupiter will be transiting in the Sampat Tara, so wealth opportunities for you. If your moon nakshatra is of the Mars, Mrikshira, Chitra, Dhanishta, then like Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Vipat Tara. Now Jupiter does not cause much of the damage, it's not like Saturn or like Rahu and all, but still I would say be very mindful of not chasing and pursuing something which is not very healthy for you. Like for example, a relationship which was very toxic, you already have broken up and now you're feeling lonely and you're thinking again about that same relationship, ignoring the fact that you're dealing with your loneliness. There was a lot of toxicity in that relationship, it is not good for you. Much better don't pursue it. Or this could be a case that the wrong advices and all, so be very mindful over there. If your moon nakshatra is of the moon in itself, like you are born with your moon being in the Rohini, Hasta or the Shravan, so happiness, so yes, lot of prosperity, opportunities. If your moon nakshatra is of the sun, like this is Kritika, Uttara Falguni, Uttarashadha, that means like Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Paryatak, obstacle causing Tara. So like for any auspicious events in your life, you have to increase the efforts. If your moon nakshatra is of the Venus, like Bharni, Purva Falguni, Purva Shadha, so guys, this could be the time of the attainment of the like spiritual blessing, prosperity, childbirth, lot many things can happen. If your moon nakshatra is of the Ketu, like Ashwini, Magh, Mula, that means Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Nidhana Tara, causing poverty. So yes, spiritual blessing will come, but for the material blessing, you have to work hard. If your moon nakshatra is of the Mercury, like Ashlesha, Jyeshtha, Revati, that means Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Mitra Tara. So teachers, preceptors will act as a friend and guide you in the right direction. If your moon nakshatra is of the Saturn, like Pushya, Anuradha, Uttara Bhadrapada, so then that means Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Param Mitra Tara. So a time of blessing, prosperity, being instructed, guided in the right direction. Now guys, we will briefly look at that how it is going to be like manifesting results based on your rising sign. Again, with rising sign, whatever I will say over here, there is an element of the probability. But whatever I said from the Navtara, there is definitely going to be an element of the surety over there. So it's probability because I don't know your natal chart alignments and the dashas you are currently running through. But let's have a look. So guys, if you are an Aries person, so yes guys, Jupiter is going to be now transiting in the Punarvasu, and the purest of the results will come from the third house, the blessings. So again guys, any of your efforts, like for example, you were focused towards acting, in between you gave up, you were trying to complete or finish a book, in between you gave up. So this is again going to be a very good time for publishing and like doing something independently on your own. Again guys, because in your case the 10th and the 11th lord is already there in the 12th house, you're already exploring the unknown things which, like, you know, you do not have any idea, and you're trying and searching for something, because 12th house is all like hidden, we don't know about it. So again, I would say this is going to be a good time that your efforts will be guided in the right direction, like the way the term I use, divine ordained. And especially anything with the media, communication, writing, a comeback over there, it's going to be a time of blessing. Now guys, when we talk about the Taurus Lagna, so guys, if you are a Taurus moon as well, so the second transit of the Jupiter in any case is considered as good. See, again, I will be very clear, Jupiter is not a very good planet for you, but just because there is an inherent goodness connected with it. So no matter whether you are a Cancer moon or a Leo moon, where Saturn is not a good planet for you, but when it comes down to the career success, we need Saturn. So same is the way, Jupiter being in the second house can open the door for some sudden financial opportunities. The money which was struck in the past can be reclaimed during this time, and some sort of family gathering, family reunion, visit to any of the family ancestral temple and all. So all of that can be attached with this like entry of the Jupiter in the Punarvasu. Very auspicious for the Taurus. Now guys, for the Gemini, so guys, in your case Jupiter is already there in the first house, so and carrying the energy of the 7th and the 10th and delivering it in a purest form to your first house. Again guys, this is one such kind of transit which holds this key to completely transform your life or lay foundation to something very lifetime in nature. I always say, like, you know, it's written in many of the B.V. Raman sir's books and all, the angular houses are very important. No matter you have Raj Yogas in all other houses, I have seen that practically the charts when I open for the reading, and if the 1st, 4th, 7th, 10th is empty, these people, no matter money is coming in, things are happening, but they don't have, like, they still lack that foundation in the life. So yes, right now some sort of blessing will come and a chance to lay foundation to something for which you have been long trying. Now this could be home, this could be marriage, this could be settlement in career, a lot of good things in store for you guys. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer, so guys, in your case, the 6th and the 9th energy is working on your 12th house. See, it has got more to do with the sadhana, with the spirituality, foreign settlement, or any of the money being lost in the past, dead investment, like you already mentally have accepted that the money has been lost, and some sort of miracle, reclaiming your lost money. In the past, your visa was not getting approved, you were having issue with the documents and all, immigration and all, suddenly there will be a breakthrough and clarity. So that is how it is going to be working for you guys. But again guys, for you, charity will become very important. 12th house always takes things from us. If your important planets are, like in my case guys, I'm a Aries Lagna, my 10th and the 11th lord Saturn is transiting in the 12th house. In my Hindi channel, I've been doing free readings, like calling it Nishulk Seva. 12th house demands something out of you. Only if you give, you get. So that is what you have to understand. So any of the donation, generally give it to the priest and the holy people, to the temple, to the church, to the mosque, will become very important. Now guys, for the Leo, guys, in your case, Jupiter is there in the 11th house, so purest of the results will come, and any of the wish for which you have been long trying, in between you gave up, you lost the hope, so now the hope will be rekindled. So, and some sort of auspicious events in the family life can happen. And yes guys, the impact of which is going to have, especially like when we say you know, progress in your spiritual austerity, getting the results because of the activation of the Pur Punya, past life good merits, childbirth, starting a new business, starting your own venture, success in all of that can be foreseen. Now guys, for the Virgo, so guys, in your case, the 7th and the 10th lord is transiting in its own nakshatra in the 10th house. So again guys, it's a good time. I always say this thing, that 1st, 4th, 7th, 10th, if this angular axis is getting strengthened, so that means if the Kendra Bhavas are strong, so that means capacity to lay foundation to some lifetime important things in your career case and all. So you have been trying and pursuing something, you gave up on that, so suddenly you will see a development on that. So Punarvasu has got that sort of promise of a retrograde planet, in a way that things which have been impending from the past, suddenly a development over there. But my recommendation to the Virgo Lagna native is that, again guys, like you are actually going through very fortunate time, like Saturn being such a heavy planet, an important planet for you in the 7th, now Jupiter in the 10th. So whatever you have in your mind regarding your career goals, do not procrastinate it. This is the time. This is the time for that. So lay foundation, be on that front foot and the active mode. Now guys, when we talk about the Libra Lagna, so for the Libra Lagna guys, Jupiter, again, if I were to just go by the sign rulership and all, Jupiter is not a good planet for you. But if you are a Libra moon, the transit of the Jupiter from the 2nd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th is considered as very good. 9th house in any cases has got a lot of the synchronicity, alignment, affinity with the Jupiter. So Jupiter now will give result in the purest of the form. So being in the Punarvasu. So all that thing which I have just mentioned, like being respectful to the mother, to the cows, and Narayan Kvach, Vishnu Sahasranam, but lot many, like in lot many of your endeavors where you find blockage in the past, now you will see the progress over there. More travels, success in visa immigration, like blessing from the Kul Devata and all can actually work during this time. Now guys, when we talk about the Scorpions, so guys, in your case, Jupiter is going to be transiting in the Punarvasu in its in its own nakshatra in the 8th house, being the 2nd and the 5th lord. So success in the financial venture, some sort of sudden speculative gains, and in any of the family dispute related matters, kind of success can be expected. There will be divine protection which will protect you from any harm. Now guys, for the Sagittarius, being your ascendant lord in the 7th house, so yes guys, success and happiness in the matrimonial matters, people who are eyeing for a second marriage, so this is going to be a very good time. In the business, in the past you have met with some failures, now is the time where your hope will be rekindled with more opportunities and acceptance in the commercial world. For the Capricorn, guys, it's going to be taking place in the 6th house, Jupiter giving its result in the purest of the form. So success in the court cases, in any of the lawsuit, in any competitive situation, and if there have been some like issue where your loan was not approved in the past, you applied for a seniority rank in your job and your file was not picked up, so now the yoga will support you, favor you. Guys, for the Aquarians, guys, a very good time for the childbirth related matters, a very good time in success in the financial ventures, stock market trading, and the Pur Punya will activate. Birth of a new business idea, success in your spiritual pursuit, bhakti, devotion of your Ishta Devata, success in the stock market. Along with that, any money which you assume to be like a bad debt, like money which has been lost because of some bad investments and all, some sort of clarity, improvement, development in that area can be anticipated. Guys, from over here, Jupiter gives its straight aspect to your 11th house of wish fulfillment. Some important like aspiration, desire, ambition of yours can fulfill during this time. And lastly guys, when we talk about the Pisces Lagna, so guys, Jupiter being your ascendant lord is now going to be transiting in the Punarvasu nakshatra, in its own nakshatra in your 4th house. Some auspicious Manglik event in the family. For long you have been trying to buy your house or like get anyone married in the family, childbirth, success in the career related matters and all. So all of that can be attached with this entry of Jupiter in the Punarvasu in your 4th house. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video.